Nation, my name is Miss Calebs. I am your new counselor here at the Louisville Male Traditional High School. I feel beyond honored and blessed to be here. I work with freshmen and sophomores, alphabet A through F, last names. I have come from counseling at many different levels and for many years, and I am so glad to find a new home here at Louisville Male Traditional High School.
You could have one superpower in the entire world, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have an 8-year-old son, and he just asked me this similar question the other day, so I had to think about it a little bit. And the superhero quality that I would want to have would be to know what is the right answer to be able to help people, so that I can see. It's kind of like seeing into the future, but also trying to know what's the right way to guide people to help. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And if you could have one seat, like if you could sit in the window or the aisle, you're a window or aisle seat type of person.
Window.
Window.
I need some sunshine.
And what's your favorite time of the day?
Ooh. I like the morning, honestly. I like to get up. I love coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. So I am always riding in here on 2 wheels, trying to get here on time. However, I do enjoy the morning and the energy of the morning. But I do like the afternoon when I get to relax as well. But I would say I'm a morning person.
And if you could read one book for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh man, that's tough. There's so many. I'm a big reader, you all. I read all the time. I always have a book in my hand. Well, can I give 2?
Mm-hmm.
So I would maybe say inspirational, life-altering, supportive Bible, because that can take you anywhere, and there's a million stories, and there's a million ways to use that in your life to better my life. But then I would go and say, anything else that I would read for the rest of my life? I don't know if I can pick one book, you all. Barbara Kingsolver is my favorite author, and she wrote something earlier this year that was very eye-opening, and so maybe that would be it. And it's called Demon Copperhead.
Okay.
2 answers.
Okay. And what are 3 things you can't live without?
Coffee, time with my son, and laughter. There you go. Coffee, time with my son, and laughter. Gotta do it.
Okay, and last question. If you could give one piece of advice to the teenagers at Male, what would it be?
Just one. Man, y'all are really making me have to put it down to one. I think that the big piece of advice is it's kind of twofold. Enjoy where you are now and enjoy your youth, but also understand that things do get better as you get older. Mm-hmm. And that you are in command of your own future. So right now it may feel like everything is on top of you, everything is on your shoulders. When things are bad, it feels like everything's bad, but knowing that you're going to look back at this time and think, wow, that was a great time, and also everything that I was thinking during that time was so light compared to how I am now. So if you're going through some tough stuff, know that it will get better. Just give it time and be patient. And also try to see the good and enjoy the time that you have as a kid, because it's the best time. So a school counselor is really encompassing everything that a kid or staff or families are going to experience when their kid is in school. So it includes academics, it includes mental health, it includes social emotional wellness, it includes future planning. So I do all of those things. We are first and foremost just trying to focus on wellness and goal setting and making sure that your academics are working for you, that your stress level is working for you, that your mental health is in a good place. So we really do both of those things. We are focused on the kid as a whole and whatever supports you all need. And if grades are something we need to talk about, we're going to talk about grades. If mental health is something we need to talk about, we're going to talk about mental health. So it's really everything all under the sun. And that's part of why I love my job, because it's really meeting kids where they're at. Well, I've had such great schools. I've only been at 4 schools. and I've loved all of my schools and all of the spots that I've been. I was most recently at Lyman T. Johnson Traditional Middle School, which was wonderful as the 8th grade counselor. And then knowing that this opportunity was here to work with Mr. Cathy, who was my principal at Johnson, and to work with the students at Mayo, and also to already know a lot of the kids, sounded like it was kind of written in the stars that it was time for me to make a career change, and I feel lucky to be here. Meeting students where they're at and giving you guys a safe space to be yourselves and talk about whatever you need to talk about. Developing relationships and having a good time, getting to know you all and letting you all get to know me. It seems like organization is a challenge and time management, and the fact that you guys have a lot on your plates. And so the challenge that I see is sometimes we get behind and we can't ever get out from under it. And knowing how to manage the different platforms, because I know some classes have it mostly online, some classes have it mostly lecture with notes, some classes have it a lot more student driven. Every class is different, so I think that the challenge is getting behind and pulling yourself back out, and then feeling overwhelmed and you feel like you're never going to get there. So I think the two things that have the best success are trying to be organized and managing your time the best you can, and then having communication with your teachers. Ooh. So many. But you all are kids, so you should have unrealistic dreams and goals and things to get you excited. But I think some things that maybe we need to work on is recognizing that it's going to take time. We can't fix things overnight. Emotions are real, and it's okay to feel them. We can only be in charge of ourselves. Our friends aren't going to do what we want. Our boos aren't going to do what we want. All we can do is make our own choices for ourselves. Knowing that you have to work for whatever it is that's your goal. It would be a challenge to go from a U to an A in one term. So understand it takes baby steps. It takes that organization. It takes that time management. I don't really believe there's anything unrealistic as long as you're able to have a plan in place and do what you want to do. Knowing that it's just not going to happen overnight. You have to work for it, I think, are the two big things. Being patient. Well, I have this lovely couch, which I never sit on myself because this is where the kids sit. Nobody can see who they are. They're in here, their backs to the door, so nobody sees who's in my space. I am bound ethically and legally to protect students' confidentiality. So I don't share what kids talk about with me, or really that staff talk about as well, unless I'm worried about their safety and well-being, hurting themselves or harming someone else. Other than that, we can talk about anything they need to talk about, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Well, I'm still getting to know Mayo and what you guys need. I think right now what I am doing is being available and talking to kids and getting to know everyone. The counselors do have lofty goals in order to help you guys. I think we are going to have our mental health practitioner joining our team really soon to put more groups in place, to have some more group counseling, and also to be able to get into the classrooms more. Kids need, build them up to be able to advocate for themselves. Do it with respect and assertiveness, and then be there to support and kind of be on the side of them instead of leading them to that. Be there to support them to advocate for themselves. And if that's a challenge, we can talk through how to make that work, and I can be the voice if I need to. Sometimes it takes tough conversations. Ooh, you guys are asking good questions. Listen to yourself. Trust your gut. Give yourself breaks when you need it. And what I mean by breaks is take some time away from groups that may not be working for you. Take some time away from overwhelming schoolwork if it's not working for you. If you feel yourself being buried by too much, allow yourself to take breaks when you need to. Take breaks from the social media. And I know I sound like a dinosaur when I say stuff like that because we are living on the phones. But you have to provide yourself some space for peace, and in order to know yourself and to know what you need. Listen, because you know what you need. If you know that you need help, reach out. If you know you just need a minute, give yourself a minute. And just, it goes back to the question that we just talked about, advocating for yourself a little bit. If you know that something is too much, talk to the people that you care about and that care about you. And the biggest strategy is to ask for help if you need it. We are here and we can guide you in that direction. Thank you, Bulldog Nation, for welcoming me. I'm grateful to be here. That's it. Love it.